Hello second year. Examples of expanding brackets and collecting like terms for you today. So we are going to combine the two steps that we've been practicing over the last week and a half. So we've done practice on collecting like terms and we've done practice on expanding brackets. Today we want to bring those two things together. So we're going to expand brackets first, multiply out the brackets. If you look what the question's actually asking you, it says expand the brackets and then collect like terms. And I've just noticed that that doesn't say then, it says this. So let's just tidy that up as soon as we're here. Okay, so let's have a look at this first example. First things first, we are going to expand the brackets in this question. So it's 4x plus 1. And you can see there I've got a little plus 3 as well. So that's going to be 4 multiplied by x plus 4 multiplied by 1. And for the time being, I'm just going to leave that plus 3. I'm not going to do anything with that. I'm just going to make sure I include it. So 4 times x we hopefully now know is just 4x. We write the two touching each other. 4 times 1 is 4, and then we have plus 3. Alright, now, in terms of like terms, well, where are our like terms if we want to do a bit of underlining? The 4 and the 3, we can add those two things together because they are like terms. We know our numbers go together. So that's 4x, 4 plus 3, 7. And that's that question done. Alright, so what we've done, if you want to look at the steps, we have... let's write that in a slightly different colour. So here we are expanding brackets. Right, so that's what we've done first. Brackets, I'm not going to get that all on that page, am I? So that's expanding brackets. And then we've got gathering, collecting. Let's keep the language the same, shall we? Collecting like terms. Alright, so 2 stages, and then obviously we have our final answer on the bottom line. Alright, so that's the kind of 3 steps that I've taken to solving that problem, if you like. Okay, actually I can maybe scooch that across a wee bit so it's in the frame. Well, that's a bit better, isn't it? Okay, good. Right, let's have a look at the next example. So 6 bracket g plus 3 minus 5. So that expansion, we're going to do 6. The 6 has to multiply the g and also has to multiply the 3. And this time we have a minus 5 in there. So 6 times g we know is just 6g. 6 times 3 we know is 18, and we have a minus 5. 6g. Now, in terms of like terms, same again. I've got 18, and I have minus 5, don't I? So 18 minus 5, I think that's 13, and that there is our final answer to that example. Okay, good. Last example. Now, this one looks a little bit different because we have 2 brackets in the same expression, but the approach is exactly the same. We're still going to expand the brackets first, and then we're going to gather like terms. Okay, so here we go. We've got 4 multiplied by m. Now here we have, it's going to be minus 4 multiplied by 1. Now that minus that I've just added in there comes from there. Okay, because we actually have 4 times negative 1, which is going to create a negative answer. In fact, let's write that in a different way just to make it a bit clearer. I think what we're going to write is, let's write plus, and then it's 4 multiplied by negative 1. Okay, we'll put that in a bracket. Then we have 3 multiplied by m, and then we have 3 multiplied by 2. Okay, so that's the expansion of the second bracket and the first bracket. So 4 times m is 4m. Now we have plus 4 times negative 1. We know that when we multiply a positive and a negative number, we get a negative answer. Then we have plus 3m. Then we have plus 6. So let's just deal with this. We're adding a negative number. Now, if you remember, we've done this before. When we add a negative number, the result is a subtraction. So we should end up with an expression that looks a bit like this. So we've got 4m minus 4 plus 3m plus 6. Now, like terms, we've got minus 4 and we've got plus 6, which we can definitely do something with. And let's pick a different colour. We've got 4m plus 3m. So we can definitely do something with those as well, because we know that they are like terms. They have the same variable, the same letter, and they have the same power. So 4m plus 3m, that's going to give me 7m, isn't it? And then negative 4 plus 6 is going to give me plus 2. Okay, so that's the last question there. I know that one looks a little bit trickier. I've put in quite a lot of work in there to try and show you the thinking and what's actually going on within the question. You may actually be able to do that in less lines of work, and if you can, that's okay. Just be really careful and think carefully about your negative numbers. You do know how to do those. We've done it before in the class. I know they're not the easiest things in the world to do, but you do know how to do them. And if you need to do a quick Google search to watch a video on how to deal with negative numbers, by all means do that. It's absolutely fine. You do want to get to a stage where you remember how to handle negative numbers, but if you need a little bit of a reminder, just go ahead and find that. That's fine. The other option, of course, is you can ask me. I'll be available online, so you can ask me any questions that you want to ask me. It's no problem. All right. The worksheet has quite a lot of questions in question number 1, which should be a little bit easier for you, although the last couple of questions are a bit tricky. Question number 2 has double brackets in it, and then question number 3 are really extension questions that have negative numbers and so on in there. Okay, so this is the most challenging bit of these questions. Because we're bringing 2 processes together, this is going to be a bit more challenging. That's okay. Take your time, think it through, and have a go. If you're at all not sure, give me a shout. If you've done the first couple of questions and you want to check to see if you've got the answers right, you can let me know that as well. I'll be online from 8:45 until 10:25 this morning on Wednesday. And again on Monday. I will set the deadline for this assignment probably for the end of Monday, so you've got a chance to ask questions. Alright, I hope the video is useful. I hope the work is accessible, but please get in touch if you're not sure.